Soup's on. What's your pleasure?
Spice up your life with Kitchen Cacciatore. It's got good life with Kitchen Cacciatore.
So definitely soup is on. It's fall. It's heading into the winter. I hope those beautiful bright colors of fall leaves are getting ready to fall off your trees, and pumpkin hunting and all kinds of fun things. We're going to do a lot of soups this fall and winter. Pumpkin soup, acorn squash soup, minestrone, turkey ball. Today we're going to do a beautiful wedding soup. And what is one of my favorites because it is so easy to make. Basically, you're just making little tiny meatballs. This is a very easy soup. You make your turkey meatballs, or your chicken meatballs, or your beef meatballs, and you put them together. I actually put some sliced and diced tomatoes. Easy. And then the trick for my version that I like the most, it's a recipe out there, is the white cannelli bean. It's the Italian bean. I put that in there with the meatballs and the tomato. You can put celery, you can put carrots, you can put whatever you want into the soup. And what I like to do is I don't pre-cook my meatballs. I put them in the sauce or a marinara sauce, and I put them in the stock or a sauce and a soup, and I let them steam and cook this way. So here is a beautiful wedding soup. Now, what's great about this show, Healthy Recipes for Singles on the Go, but as we know, we can multiply this. This could be a meal for lunch or dinners for 2 or 3 days. You can make a little cup of soup that night and freeze it and stick it away for a rainy night where you just don't feel like cooking. And you can multiply it and make a big pot of it to share with your family and friends. But the best part of it all is the way it tastes at the end of the day and a nice cold night. And with this, we have a fun fact to know and share. The original name of this soup comes from minestrone, but the wedding soup, they used to think that it had to do with something like marriage or weddings or something like that. It doesn't at all. It's actually the marriage of the meat and the vegetable. So you have your tomato, which is actually a fruit. You have your celery, your carrots, whatever else you want to put in there. You have your beans, you have your little turkey meatballs, and you have a delicious combination that maybe will be so good that you end up getting married. I don't know. You'll try. So what's great about this soup is that you can serve it in the evening. You can make a big pot of it to share on a Sunday dinner. You can freeze part of it and have it later in the week or the month. But there's so many versatility of what to do with it. But I'm just going to bring it right up here off the stove. And I'm going to hold this up over here. I don't want to get too close because there's so much steam coming off there. It's going to fog up the camera. We don't want that. So I'm just going to put it on a little plate here. And then one of my episodes, I'm always about these unusual plates and bowls. You saw my serving platter last episode where I put my bachelorette plate. This is my bachelorette bowl. You see this little extra place? I'm going to do a lot of soups this winter with this bowl because I love it because you can put the soup in here and you can put whatever you want in here, and I'll tell you that in a second. So let's take this soup, turn it around for serving. I'm going to grab a couple of these chicken meatballs, and then look how beautiful that is. The white cannelli beans, the diced tomatoes, and I just didn't feel like celery and carrots this time for the soup, but that's definitely part of it. You can also do beet tops or any kind of collard green if you want some more in there. And I'm going to put a little bit more liquid. Put this back on the stove. Then Parmesan Reggiano. And I use a zester. You can use a grater. You can use whatever you want. You can actually even, let's just do a couple different versions of what you can do for the cheese. You can take a grater and just grate it like this. Or you can take a grater like this. I'm left-handed, so I got to do this. And grate it like that. Or what I like, it makes it nice and fluffy and airy, is a zester. Just zest it right over. And there's 3 examples different graters. The best part is there's more cheese in my soup now, so I get to have more cheese. Then I'm going to take these little crostinis out. This is an olive bread. And put it in my little nifty side bowl. I can't wait to create more recipes in this bowl. I use it in the summer as well with salad and then a crouton or some kind of a chicken breast or whatever. And then the topper, I like to do toppers with truffle oils and molten salt, but this one is in our store. It's the Calabrian chili oil. My grandmother comes from Calabria, so every time I use it, I think of her cooking in the kitchen when I was a young girl, watching her with her beautiful apron and her beautiful silver hair and just loving to cook for everybody. Manja manja, as she'd say. And my brothers were into wrestling, so they were always trying to make weight. The Iowa wrestlers, they was always trying to make weight during high school, so she wasn't very happy because they weren't able to manja manja with her. But I was, and I'm thrilled to learn these recipes from her as well. So let me just get down to the broth here. It smells so delicious. Oh my gosh, you can go to Tess Cacciatore and go on that QR code and go to the shop. I'm so excited about this soup. Simple ingredients. Not very much it's a very fast recipe. You can come home from work, throw this together, and then, as I said, you have leftovers for the next few days. There's the turkey meatball. You can do beef, you can do plant-based, you can do chicken, you can do just about anything, obviously. I have a feeling this is going to be really hot, but oh so tasty. I use the Graziano's Italian seasoning, a little salt, a little pepper, a little olive oil, some breadcrumbs to make that meatball. Just the standard recipe, but they're just smaller, little tiny meatballs. I'm also going to be able to make this beautiful Italian recipe that my grandmother made for special holidays and on Sunday dinners. It's called pasticcina, and it's the little tiny meatballs with the hard-boiled eggs and the marinara, and it's layered like a lasagna, and it's ooey and gooey and delicious. So I'm going to make that for you, probably around the holidays. So anyway, I'm going to take one more bite of the broth. The flavors come together. There's a beautiful warmth to it, and then that tomato with the Italian seasoning. I'm really excited about this recipe, so hopefully you'll be able to enjoy it as well. In the meantime, I want to talk a little bit about Gwen Global. Global Women's Empowerment Network, Gwen.global. Go there and check out what we're doing. We have a scholarship program. We're helping kids do camps and music lessons. We're tying it into World Trust Network, which is launching this fall. And we're really excited about sharing more about that as well. But we want to have your story. Everyone has a story to share. So we want to know what your story is. So I'm missing my daddy and my mom these days, but I'm going to kind of do something in his honor. He used to take the bread and call it poochie poochie. And basically you just dip it into the juices of the soup or the marinara sauce. It adds a flavor to this olive bread that's absolutely amazing. And I just want to put out there, I know we're all living in some crazy times, and I think it's really important in any season and every day and every minute to be kind. But I hope this holiday season is coming up for you and you stay safe and feel loved and you are loved. And really it's just about family and friends and being able to spend great time together. And remember, never miss an opportunity to spice up your life.
Kitchen Cacciatore. It's got the life with Kitchen Cacciatore.